Hello. You're watching Much Ado About Something today, and I'm Donna. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been around for a while, welcome back. I'm always glad to see you. Well, if you watched my last video, I was dealing with a little bit of overwhelm. I was overwhelmed because I had a lot going on here. I had a lot of produce to put up, and I had a lot of grandkids here, and it was hot. It had been raining, and it was real muddy outside. They couldn't go outside and play. So I was just struggling with being overwhelmed. And I have watched several YouTube videos of other people that have been overwhelmed. And I was just amazed. It's a human feeling, isn't it? It's one of the human emotions that we have to deal with. And I wanted to tell everybody that sent me well wishes and gave me tips and recommendations and prayers. I want to thank you for that, because at that time I really needed them. I was just dealing with overwhelm. It wasn't anything real serious. It was just I think it's just an occurrence that happens to a lot of people. And it seems like there was a lot of people that were sharing their feelings of being overwhelmed at this time of the year. Well, I took a step back and I just worked on one thing at a time until I got a few things done, and then the overwhelmed kind of passed. And I even hesitated to share that video with you, even hesitated to share it with you, because I want to keep this channel positive. I want it to be encouraging, inspirational. I want it to be informative and maybe even educational. I want you to be able to get something out of these videos, and I try to keep it upbeat and positive. But if you've watched my channel, you know that it's real life. If I drop a dozen eggs, then I'm cleaning them up on camera and showing you. If I drop a canned good while I'm canning and I have to deal with that, then I include it. I don't cut those things out on purpose, because it's real life. It's just part of being alive is making mistakes and having accidents. And then sometimes when I'm filming these videos, I'm doing them late at night when all the kids have gone and I've already had a full day. And so I'm not as precise and maybe at my best as I normally would be if it wasn't for that. But I enjoy doing the videos so much. I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy inviting you in and sharing what I can with you, and maybe inspiring you or motivating you, or even showing you something you just hadn't thought about before. And that's the reason I watch a lot of YouTube channels, is I like to have the same thing offered to me in their channels. And so I have my favorite channels. Maybe I'll do a video on that, my favorite YouTube channels, and share it with you. But right now I'm still in here in the kitchen. I didn't have the kids today. Yesterday it was a Saturday, and we did have the kids, and we went to a skate party. One of our little granddaughters turned 7, and she had a party at the skating ring. And Donald and I went, and it was such a joy just to see those little kids and see all of them together and playing. And Madeline went, and she didn't skate, but she enjoyed the music, and she told me she was going to dance. So me and Madeline danced over there where the lights were, and where people were not skating, and we all had a really good time. That getting out changed some atmosphere for me and gave me a different perspective, and reminded me of the things that bring so much joy to me. And I think I got a picture of the cake. I don't think I got a picture of little Stormy, and I think I let her mom do that, take the pictures of her. But I'll share a picture of her cake at the end of this video if you stay tuned. And it was a beautiful little cake. It was a cat, and it had her birthday. It had Happy Birthday Stormy on it. It was really sweet. And we had a good time, and met friends, and just got out, and that did wonders for me. And today is Sunday, and we don't have our grandchildren on Sundays, and I usually don't have them on Mondays. I might have 1 or 2 of them on Mondays, but on Sundays I usually don't have any grandchildren, and it's me and Donald's day. So we got up early this morning, and we had a date day. He took me to breakfast, and we enjoyed that. And then he wanted to go and get some hunting information, so we went to a store, and he was able to pick up some of that and something for his bow. He's going to start practicing, because bow season will be up before you know it, and he wants to hone his skills. He's a hunter, so he wants to hone his skills so that he can be a good hunter when he gets out there with his bow. Now he hunts deer, and he cleans that, and we eat that. We process that deer and we eat it. So that's just part of our heritage. That's part of how we grew up. That's what we've always done. Our families did that, and that's what is familiar to us. And so I don't hesitate to prepare deer meat. And so that season's coming up, and hopefully he'll get a few deer. We'll be able to process those, and we can that deer meat. If we have room in the freezer, we might put a few cuts in the freezer, but most of the time we just go ahead and can it. So that's coming up, and I've got to prepare for that. Well, I'm in here today. It's the end of our garden. Donald harvested a few more cucumbers and probably about 3 or 4 more pounds of tomatoes. We've got some more tomatoes out there, but the zucchini's all finished, and the squash. David's watermelon is still out there. So we've got a few things like that still out in the garden. So we'll be gathering those as they come in. But the bulk of our garden, we've already harvested it, and I've already got it put up. You know, I made those half pints of green beans, and then I got the 1.5 gallons, which I made in half-gallon jars. I made the pickles. They're all over here waiting to go downstairs into the long-term pantry. I can show you those. So here's the pickles that are waiting to go downstairs, and then over here are the green beans. I've got to label them and put the date on them, and then I'll take them downstairs to the long-term storage. We harvested all of the elderberries, so I got them drying right here. And when these elderberries get dried, I'll be putting those up in storage or either going ahead and make syrup. I'll probably just dry them and store them and then make the syrup as needed. I've got the peppers here and ready to make the squash relish. I saved this tomato just so it could smile at you. When I picked it up, it was smiling at me, and I thought I'd share it with you, my little smiling tomato here, before I added it to the pot of tomatoes that I'm cooking over here. And so I'm just going to cook, probably blanch these and freeze them, put them in freezer bags. They'll be great for soups, stews, chilies, and different things like that. I decided to go ahead and freeze because that was faster than canning this year, and it was what worked for me. And then we got this little bucket of these little tomatoes. I love to eat these little tomatoes as a snack and eat them on salads without them being cold. So I'll probably wash these up and just put them in a bag and get them ready for me to use in our recipes. I'm going to try to work on the squash relish. Today, so I'm hoping to get some of that done. But I'm not going to push myself to the point where I feel overwhelmed with it. I've got a few cucumbers that are too big. I might just make relish out of them. That's an easy thing to do, to make pickle relish. It's easier than making pickles, really. So I'll probably do that with the cucumbers that I've got left over here. I'll make squash relish and zucchini relish with what's left of our squash harvest. And then I'll be ready to move on to other things. I went into Bealls Outlet. Some people call it Bealls Outlet. I don't know if the right word, but it's B-E-A-L-E-S, Bealls Outlet today. And I did not buy a thing. I was able to just walk in there and look around. I wanted to see what they had for fall. Of course, I don't decorate for Halloween, but I do decorate for the fall harvest, for the autumn season. And so I wanted to just see what they had out there. They had some beautiful things. They had some beautiful table runners. I picked up 2 of those and thought about them. And then I thought about how many table runners I have. So I think I'm just going to use the ones that I have. I'm going to go down there and pick out my fall runners and use those. And then there was beautiful throws, but I have enough of those too. So this year I'm, in the process of cleaning out. I have a lot of things. I've accumulated a lot of things in the 39 years that we have lived here. We've got 3 grown children, and they have left some of their things. And there's just a lot of things in this house, but I'm in the process, McDonald and I both, of cleaning out. And so during this process, we are trying not to bring anything in while we're cleaning out. So I didn't buy anything at Bealls. I just looked at all the beautiful things that they had. They had some beautiful glass pumpkins, some stacked hand-blown glass pumpkins. They were just beautiful. But I'm just going to use what I have this year. So my this year fall decorating will be using what I have. It won't be buying anything new unless it's just something extraordinary that I need to add to the collection, which I don't think I'll find anything like that. But if I do, that will be what will be included in our fall decorating. It's just things that we have, and maybe even some things that I make. I may make some things or put some things together for fall decorating. But I'm excited about it because I look forward to the weather cooling off. It's so hot. Today, it's in the triple digits. Donald's outside messing around. He is wanting to work on his weed eater and do things outside. And I'm inside today. I don't want to battle triple digit heat. I'm just tired of it today. Today I'm taking a break, so I'm not out there working in the gardens and doing what I would normally be doing at this time. I'm just inside putting up some of this produce that we got out of our garden, and I'm just taking the time to, make future plans for the upcoming week and some things that I need to get done. And I'm not stressing over things that I'm not, that's not priority. So today is taking it easy, getting done what I can, and taking a break as needed. And Donald, he'll just do his own thing. He will push himself. He loves to push himself to the limit. He loves to work hard every day, and he loves to be outside in the sun. And the vitamin D is great for you. I mean, it's excellent to be out there. But I don't want to be out there today, so I'm taking a break from that and doing what I can in here. I didn't buy anything from Beals. I just went in and looked. Donald went in to get his hunting information from Walmart there, and I picked up a few things. I picked up a storage box, and I picked up a pop socket for my phone, a little pop socket that goes on the back to help you hold your phone. So that's the things that I picked up today at Walmart when he went. And of course we got some milk and flour, and I think that's about it. We just picked up a few things. We're trying not to spend this month. I am going to do a no spend month this year before the end of the year. I'm not sure what month that'll be because here we are in August, so I'll have to be making those plans before Christmas. I always try to do one no spend month a year to kind of reset my consumerism, my priorities, and my spending, to try to get a grip on it so that I'm not overspending in any way, that I'm thoughtfully thinking about every purchase that I make at this time of the year. So I'll be having a no spend month, and of course I'll let you know what month I decide to do that. I wanted to do it in August, but our anniversary's in August and we have several birthdays, and there was just things that I wasn't able to have a no spend month because I just wasn't prepared for it. But during a no spend month, I actually just eat whatever we have, which I also do a video where I'm just eating out of my freezers and my pantry for a month. And I've already had that month this year, but I'm also going to do a no spends, which means we'll be eating out of our pantries and out of our freezers, out of the garden, and we'll just be eating what we have instead of going and buying groceries during the no spend month. I don't buy anything that's not necessary. We just pay the bills that we need to pay, and if an emergency comes up, like a flat tire or something, we would buy a tire. But otherwise, we don't spend anything that month except what we absolutely have to spend. And I'm thinking that'll be in September. I'm planning the no spend month for September. So if you want to join me in that no spend month and let me know how it's going for you and the rules that you set for that month, then feel free to do that. But I'll probably be having my no spend month in September. Now I've got a son that has a birthday in September, so we'll have to be planning for his birthday before it gets here. And then we're taking one of the cats to be fixed. Whatever they do to a male cat, we're having Cookie. He'll have to go to the vet. Part of that's already been paid in a deposit, and we'll pay the rest of that. That'll be in the plan for September. But so far, that'll be the only things outside of the bills that we'll be spending money on in September. I'll just go ahead and commit and say that September will be our no spend month. That means we will not be going to the grocery store. We will not be going and buying anything outside of really anything that's needed. We'll be eating from our pantries, eating from our freezer. We will using what we have, and absolutely not going to the store to buy anything in the month of September unless it's an emergency, unless it's some kind of emergency medicine or something that Donald needs to get back and forth to work or whatever it may be. That would be included in an emergency. Otherwise, we won't be spending any money in September other than paying the regular bills. So that's the plan for September. I'll go ahead and commit to that. And that's just about what we have coming up. It'll be, before we know it, it'll be, summer will be over. Of course, where we live, there's still a lot of heat. We still have a lot of heat going on in September. And sometimes it's hot. We have hot days all the way up into October. So, I'm not too excited about full-blown fall because we probably won't have that, that's probably not going to happen as fast as we think it will. But I do start decorating for fall the 1st of September, and fall will officially begin September 22nd on our calendar. So I'm planning for fall and getting excited about that. And one of the things I get most excited about is visiting the orchards in our area not far from here. I love to drive up there and buy peaches by the half bushel and buy apples by the half bushel and all those wonderful things that come in at this time of the year, in the fall time of the year. I look so forward to going up there and just getting those things and putting those up. I do need to make more apple pie filling so that I'll have that ready for the fried apple pies that we make. So I'll need to get apples and make the pie filling. So hopefully I'll be able to include you in that, and you'll be able to come along and go to the orchard and pick out apples, and we'll be able to make that pie filling. That'll be around October and November that we'll be going to the orchards and picking those things up. Actually, we may be getting the peaches a little bit earlier than that. We may be getting the peaches here at the end of August. If the peaches are not in by the end of August in my area, then I'll just have to skip them and eat peaches out of the freezer and not buy fresh peaches because September will be my no spend month. So that's how that's going to go. And stick around if you want to see how that works out for us. I'm just going to, I have plenty here. I have more than enough. I have things that need to be used up within this year. And so I'm going to commit to doing that. I'm doing a lot better. I am. I'm a lot more. I'm not been overwhelmed. Been taking care of myself, stepping back and taking care of myself a little bit more. Thank you for all of the comments and the encouragement, and I hope that I can be an inspiration and an encouragement to you when you need it. I hope that you have a good day today. Thank you for joining me and letting me share my plans with you. I'm glad that you're here, and I'll include that picture of little Stormy's cake. And like always, until next time.